Now the thing is, the Israelites had done that to themselves. And Allah says when He gave them the book, وَيَضَعُ عَنْهُمْ إِصْرَهُمْ وَالْأَغْلَالَ الَّتِي كَانَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ, that Allah removed from them their chains and the fetters that used to be on them, meaning they were like imprisoned by their own culture. They were making things so hard on themselves because of their self-imposed standards that they were actually imprisoned and burdened and crushed by it. They were crushed by it. I'm remembering even, and I'm sure you have your own examples from your own cultures, but for example, in some cultures, if you're going to have a wedding, it has to be a really lavish wedding. And if you're going to have a mahr, that mahr should be so big that if somebody hears about it, they fall off their chair, right? Otherwise, you know, what mahr's got to be some serious. And then on the other side are people that weaponize some random athar and say, no, you should just give a date, or have her memorize Surah Al-Ikhlas. That should be good enough mahr if she has iman and taqwa. Stop being ridiculous. This wasn't the mahr of everyone. Like we turned the religion into a joke, right? So either I'm going to give her a KitKat bar for mahr, or I'm going to give her 4 times my life savings, and 30 years later I still am not able to pay the mahr. Mahr is not a joke. وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ صَدُقَاتِهِنَّ نِحْلَةً. What we've done in our cultures is we've turned the mahr into a trophy. How much was it? How much was it? Like when the wedding happens, everybody's going to say, how much did you get? How much did you get? What's the amount? What's the amount? Oh, now when my daughter's getting married, we better have twice that amount. It's a race for hierarchy, right? So we take something Allah has given that makes life easy, and we've turned it into this way of putting social status and created even more difficulty. Now the guy that doesn't have $80,000 or $150,000 because he just graduated, just got his job, he's either got to agree to this marriage mortgage, or he can't get married. Or he'll agree to it with the intention that he's not going to pay it. Well, it's just a number, don't worry about it. How is it just a number? This is the word of Allah. You can't just make a joke out of that. I'll just tell her later, you love me, right? Can you take a couple of zeros off? This is what happens when the culture imposes standards that are so hard that they're humanly impossible. They're unrealistic. And what do we associate with that? We associate respect with it. If you don't have a high number, if you don't have an unrealistic number, then what respect does your family have? وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةُ وَلِرَسُولِهِ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Dignity, respect. That comes from Allah. It belongs to Allah. It belongs to His Messenger. It belongs to those who believe.